G'day everyone and welcome to Retrospectreviews. I'm Vince, and as always, the first week in the new month we have a look back at what I picked up. So join me as we look over what I picked up in March. Okay, let's get into it. So the first thing I picked up was this Halo 5 REQ pack by Mega Bloks. So it has characters from Halo. I haven't really played Halo since the original one on the original Xbox, but I saw this in a thrift store for $1, and I thought, why not? I'll pick it up. It'll be a great little display piece on the shelf. It's still completely sealed. It still has the factory seals on it. So without opening it, I'm gonna say it's all still there. It still has the main character in the window here. So I've picked that up for $1. So the first PC game I picked up was this loose CD of Survival: The Ultimate Challenge. Apparently it is a strategy game. I haven't played it yet, but I do like these survival type games. So I was really intrigued when I saw it. It does have $3 on it, but I think I only paid $1 for it. These are just old stickers. I think people had these in garage sales and then took them to the thrift store. But yeah, they sold it to me only for $1, I think. So I'm looking forward to trying that one out. So the next PC game, I did get a copy, this small copy of Zoo Tycoon 2. I think this is an expansion pack because this is the African Adventure. Once again, only paid $1 for it. This was at a recycling centre that I hadn't been to before. Really didn't have a lot. It was in a small little country town. They had a small recycled shop, but they did have two PC games. This one, and I think the other one might have been a Sims 1 game, but it was in the small box, and yeah, we didn't need it, so I grabbed that. Next one was again another small box, and that was Myst 3 XL. I have got this complete series of Myst, but my Myst 3 comes as in a CD case on its own. Doesn't come in a box, so I did want the box. This does have two CD cases. So I was quite happy to pick that one up, and once again I only paid $1 for it, so I was happy with that. Now I did pick up a few big box PC games. This one here I'd never seen before, but I thought it was interesting. It's a education one by Platypus Software, an Australian company. I don't know how many of these they sold outside of Australia, but this one is the reading series, and it teaches you reading and other activities. And what really made me interested in this one, it actually comes with bits and pieces to make a crocodile puppet. So it's still all in there. Unfortunately, Ashley has written all over this. Obviously, he or she didn't want to lose it or want anyone else to take it by mistake. But unfortunately, she's written her name, or he's written his name, pretty much on everything inside and out. But yeah, so that was something interesting, a little talking point to put on the shelf. And lastly, I got this flight simulator. This was actually found by Christine. She was also visiting relatives in another small little town and went to the local thrift store there and picked up Microsoft's Flight Simulator. This is for MS-DOS. I'm not sure if they had a flight simulator before this one. I do have a later version of Flight Simulator. I think it was for Windows 98. This comes with the manual. It's got everything in it. It's quite heavy. The manual is quite thick on this because the flight simulator I had before this was came with my Tandy Coco 3. So I never really played the Microsoft one until I think it was the 2001. It was like the 100 Years of Flight or something. Oh my, 2000 and yeah, it was 100 Years of Flight, whichever one that was. So I was happy to put that, and this actually matches the last month's one I showed with the football, the Microsoft football. So it was still going with the same theme. So these will sit nice. Those two will sit nicely on the shelf together. And lastly, a game that I've been wanting to put back in my collection for a while. You might have seen, I did mention it. I think it was number 10. Oh, it wasn't. Yeah, number 10 on my top 10 games I want to put back into my collection. And this, it was Les Manly in the Search for the King. Originally had this on the Amiga. This copy is an Amiga version as well. I brought mine brand new, but I brought mine at a big computer fair where I brought a few other titles. I think I only paid $20. Whoever brought this originally paid $69.95. It's got the original receipt in it. It was from an Australian department store called Myers, and so I was quite happy to put this in. It's complete, and somebody's mixed up the. It came with an extra code wheel for security reasons, but it came for the code wheel for Another World. So if I ever pick that up, if it's missing the code word, at least I've still got it in here. Right, moving on to something a little bit more modern, a bit more exciting. I have finally got myself a Nintendo Switch for the house. Now, I've been wanting a Nintendo Switch since its launch. This means now I've pretty much got every console except for the Virtual Boy and the original Famicom. So I was quite happy to add a Switch. Hopefully, I'll be able to hook this up and do some recording of some gameplay down the track. I think you can record. It does do its own recording, so I might try that out and maybe upload some gameplay down the track. So along with the Nintendo Switch, I did get two games. I got, of course, Mario Party, which I'm quite fond of the Mario Party games. So now that I'm pretty much up to date, except for the original first three Mario Parties. Mario Party 1, 2 and 3, 6 and 7 are quite expensive in Australia, so they're ones I'm still trying to get hold of, but I have everything from, I've got 4, 5, 8, all the way up to now Mario Party and the few that are on the DS. And the other game I got, of course, was Monopoly. I got this because Monopoly is quite cheap to buy on the Switch. But I will be looking for other titles. There's a few great games out there on the Switch that I'm looking forward to picking up. So look out for those in a future video. Okay. Sticking with Nintendo, I did pick up a couple of Super Nintendo games. I picked up this Vegas Strike. It's a casino game set in Las Vegas, of course. You set up a character and then you interact with other characters and you go and play casino games at several different casinos. Quite fun. Now, this one, whoever had this before me had left a saved game on there, and there was quite an substantial kind of amount of money on there. So if I really don't want to play my own character, I can go and just play that saved game. Now it's just got the usual stuff, roulette, craps, slot machines, poker. So it changes depending on which casino you go to. So, yeah, it's just a little bit of fun just to kill a bit of time. Now moving on to the second Super Nintendo game I picked up. I picked up this. Prehistoric Man, recommended to me by my cousin. Never heard of this game before. Back when this would have been released, I was more into the Sega Mega Drive and Amiga and Commodore 64. So I really didn't play a lot of the Super Nintendo games, only the few that I played when I went and visited friends. But I'm looking forward to this. So in this one you play a caveman and food is running out and you've got to go and gather food for your tribe. So I might do a bit of a gameplay on this later on, so I'm looking forward to trying that out and showing you guys how I go. Okay, sticking with Nintendo, I did pick up one Nintendo DS game, and that was this My Pet School. I do know, I don't know if this cover is just for the Australian release, because all the others I've looked up has a different cover to this, but it's just basically you run a pet school and you train pets. Once again, it was just a cheap one I picked up in the thrift store. I think I paid $1 for it again. So I'm getting to the point where I'm really starting to slow down on picking up NDS games because I have got so many of them. It's a bit like my PS2 games. They're coming out of my years. But in saying that, I still keep picking them up. So moving on, my last Nintendo game I picked up this last month was this Remington Super Slam Hunting Africa. I do believe it normally came in a pack with a gun, but once again, this was $1. I got it at the same thrift store as I got the My Pet School. So for $1, I thought, why not? I'm not really into the hunting stuff, but I have picked up a few hunting games and fishing games pretty much on the similar lines. Okay, moving on to Sony games. Now I did pick up a couple of PSP games at a recycling centre. I picked up this PSP copy of Final Fantasy Disorder, I think it's pronounced. Don't get, I could be saying that wrong. So it was all there. It's almost in mint condition. Disc, booklets. It's even got a catalogue, I think. So it's like brand new. So I picked that one up, and that was again only, I think I paid $5 for 3 or 4 games. So I think this might have been only $1. So that was good. Along with that one, I did pick up this this other game, Siege 2, Dark Hero Days. I think I'm saying that right. Anyhow, so I picked that one up as well. The case is a bit damaged, but other than that, the booklet and the game is there. So I was happy with that. Once again, that was only $1 or $2 because I only paid $5 for the bundle. Sticking with the PlayStation theme, did pick up another stack of PS2 games. I know I keep saying in my videos I'm trying to avoid PS2 games, but when you see some great titles and they're going cheap, it's a bit hard to say no. So the first one I picked up was Rayman M multiplayer. So this one is Rayman and you play multiplayer. I haven't given it a go yet. I have to unbox my PS2. I've got that stored away, but it's in really good condition. Once again, the price here isn't what I paid for it. I paid only $1 for it. These are used. I think a lot of these are garage sale stickers that just, when the thrift store gets them, they just chuck them in a box and don't really change the price. I think at the same shop I got this Sega Bass Fishing Drill. Once again in very nice condition, almost like brand new. I don't think I've played other fishing games on the PS2, but I haven't played this one on the PS2, so I'm looking forward to that.
Don't let it go. It's gone.
Okay, another one I picked up for a couple of dollars, or $1, was this Dynasty Warriors 2. This one, yeah, it's still in pretty good condition. Not too bad. So I went to another town with another little town thrift store. For a couple of bucks, I picked up Speed Kings for the PS2. This one's a little bit rough. It doesn't come with the manual, but the disc's not too bad. This is an old video store game. And the last PS2 game I picked up was Ace Combat for the PS2. Unfortunately, I don't know if it didn't come with the book. It did come with this little leaflet here for Vampire Knight. Got the disc there, but once again, for a couple of bucks for Ace Combat, that was pretty good.
It's an electronic lock. We'll hold the position until the generators are destroyed. So hurry up. Here they come. Don't let the enemy get through panel K. Altman, use your hand grenade.
Well, that's it for this video. In the comments down below, let me know what you thought was the best thing that I picked up. Or let me know what some of the cool things you've picked up recently for your collection. Don't forget to like and share, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because it lets you know when I upload a new video. Well, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye from me.